Salut, je m'appelle Lyndi, je suis une américaine qui vit en France depuis plus que 5 ans. So for today, I thought it would be fun to explore a French supermarket, see what like regional and local products that you could get. And I think it's fun too, whenever you travel to, if you travel to a new country or region, just to check out their supermarket. It's great for gifts too. Alright, let's head inside. We might try to go to a few of them because we're in Nancy, in the Lorraine region, and so it's a bigger city, so they're more like smaller stores. Oh yeah, and then also I was going to try to record in the supermarkets, but I realized like there's copyright music, so I'll probably do voiceovers. So one thing I've noticed is France has some kind of unusual flavors. You can see like a mushroom, cheddar onion, barbecue, a spicy one. There's honey mustard, and then like a spicy mayo, which is the andalouse. It's very French or Belgian. They also had a roasted chicken one. They have an onion confit, which is like a jam with balsamic vinegar. And then a funny one I saw is a cheeseburger flavor. And then the goat cheese one is really good. So there's a little cake called the madeleine, and it actually comes from this region. There are 2 cities it's from, Commercy and Les Verdins. I prefer the ones from Commercy. The ones from Les Verdins are a little bit too dry for me. So this I've mentioned before, but milk isn't usually refrigerated in supermarkets because of Louis Pasteur and his invention of pasteurization. So in the US, it's heated at a lower temp than in France to only last a few weeks, whereas in France they use this ultra-high temperature processing that heats it to above 275 degrees for a few seconds. So as long as it remains sealed, the milk has a shelf life of up to 6 to 9 months unrefrigerated. So picon is very specific to this region. It exists everywhere in France, but it's really popular in La Lorraine. It has an orange flavor, and you usually serve this bitter with beer. So I had to include this one just because I think it's kind of funny. France has pink toilet paper, and I still remember that being one of the things I thought was the strangest and like most unusual thing I noticed the first time I came to France. But in the US, we just have like white toilet paper. It's really popular to have like a pink toilet paper, or they even have different scents and colors. So this is naturalia, and it's kind of like a Whole Foods in the US. We also checked out a Carrefour Express, which is more in cities. So we are on day 2. Who would have thought this video would have a day 2? But as I was in Nancy yesterday, I realized a bigger city has like smaller stores. So today we're in a smaller town, and I'm going to show you a bigger supermarket so you can get a more accurate view of different supermarkets in France. I actually love that yogurt and a lot of desserts come in glass jars. They're not only super cute, but you can rather reuse the jars for like your water cups, or if not, there are also many bins throughout the town where you can deposit and recycle your glass once you're done. I can't get over how many pork dishes there are in France. They eat pork in like almost every meal. There's almost always sausage for apéro. There's lots of pork dishes too. They even like putting it in green beans or whatever. There's also a dish called terrine, which is similar to a pâté. There is rillettes, which is a meat that they season and then submerge it in fat, and then it's cooked for several hours and then shredded and served cold. And I feel like explaining it doesn't sound that good, but it's actually delicious. And they have it in like pork, chicken, fish, duck, really like any meat you can think of. There's also foie gras, which is definitely a specialty of France. It's made of duck or goose liver. And I won't explain too much of the process of how it's made because, in my opinion, it's not very great. I'm not a fan of foie gras, but like I said, it's really super popular in France. Here we have tagada. It's a popular candy. It's a strawberry flavored, almost like a marshmallow gummy. It's from the German brand Haribo, but they're made in the south of France. You might notice too that there's no over-the-counter medicine for like headaches or whatever. In France, you can only get that at a pharmacy. So there are a few bigger supermarkets in France. We just went to Match, but there's also an even bigger one called Leclerc that has even more selection. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you found anything unusual, or is there anything in your local supermarket that others might find strange. Let me know below. Thanks so much for watching. Gros bisous. Salut!